Crimson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a team from the ACC, the Clemson Tigers. 48 Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. He'll bring it out. It's Adams. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Touch pass on the jet sweep. There he goes. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking for a man, it's Simpson. Forced out of the pocket. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that.
Fires to the right. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Wants to throw again. Got a man. It's Williams. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Gets rid of it. Catch in the middle. It's Horton.
He's just got a knack, doesn't he? Just finds his way out of things and scrambles outside the pocket and then makes plays, gets completions. It's just so frustrating for a defense to try to bottle a guy up like this with so much talent.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Miller. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Miller with the ball. Breaks into the open. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown Tide.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown, everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Turner. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Pressure coming. Trying to beat the D deep. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Converts on fourth down. Still going. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're going back to the ground.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. It's Klubnik. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
Makes the grab. That'll be enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 48. The Tigers have this offense rolling. Going to the ground. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
And quarterback's accuracy goes way down when you start to get him on the move. And you want to make it go way down even further? Pop that sucker. Nice job making him move, scramble out to his left, and then getting a good clean stick on him. That's
trying to get behind the defense. Got it. They'll mark him down right there, and how about that play of picking up a chunk of yardage? We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Pushes for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And here's the return. He's got great speed. Oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bama. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
He'll bring it out. It's Randall. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. To throw, it's Klubnik. Firing to the right, complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. He's got his man across the middle. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looking for room, it's Haynes. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Clemson jumps to the line.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He'll throw on third down. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game, and we're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on fourth down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense now.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down.
Well, this guy shot out of the cannon, 2 catches on the opening drive, and finally going back to him again. This time, they don't hook up, but he's a guy that needs to touch the football often, and I think this offense has to keep trying to find ways to get him involved.
Turning it on. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Looking to throw, it's Simpson. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll go to the ground. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to...
Sneak gets it done.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Turner. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll start this drive with a pass. He's taking the shot. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. 2nd down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. He's got it. He got a foot down along that left sideline. You know what it takes to make a throw like that.
And this offense showing off the explosiveness, the big play down the field. This is so big because what it makes defenses do to react now. Now you scare them. Now you make them drop back a little bit. So that big passing play opens up this whole offense.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Out of the gun. The running back has it. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
the big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Now from inside the red zone. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He'll be run out of bounds at the 13.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The sweet feet buy a little time. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Unloads it downfield. Oh, on a play, it's intercepted.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down, or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have two left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
Steps away. Takes a hit as he fires. Picked off. A rare misread and mistake from this quarterback. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put...
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. He's going for the big play. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Oh, he's got some space. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. He'll bring it out. It's random. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their...
Looking for a deep man. Brings it in down the left side. Sprinting away. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger.
There's usually two different thought processes when I'm backed up towards my own goal line. Run it, create more space, or take a big shot and try to make a big play. And did this offense ever make a big play? 90-plus yard touchdown. That is how you do it.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Coming out with it, it's Williams. And he winds up right where he would have on the touchback. Goes out of bounds at the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. They just saw their lead cut in half, and now they'll try to answer. Looking to throw, it's Simpson. With the catch, it's Miller. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
You just got to get this guy going in the offense. You got to hand it off to him. You got to throw it to him, too, on all different types of downs. I love it on first down here. Just getting him the ball in the passing game. Let him make something happen and set up second and short.
Caught over the middle. It's Cuevas. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Gives it on the option. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. Caught close to the marker. It's Bernard. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Got room on the return. A 20. 10. Touchdown, Tigers. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play, and he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turning on the Jets, making the big play.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Adams. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot, you start trying to aim it, you really miss. You know,
he'll take a deep shot here. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw's got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that first down.
He's got it, first down and more. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to...
Going downfield for the big play. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback, right? Gets a little bit of pressure. He's able to scramble to his right, extend the play, and he tried to take a shot deep down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
to throw it. Moving away from pressure. He'll try to do it himself. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
This time on target. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Simpson. Throws to the wideout. Working that left side. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
You know, if you're going to complete some of these deep crossing patterns, the offensive line has got to be able to hold up because you know that receiver, it's going to take him time to get where he needs to be. So everybody up front really has to do a nice job of creating a clean pocket for the QB to throw from. Really good execution.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a
touchdown, Crimson Tide. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. The AT unit on the field.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Randall. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. The give from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Looking to fire. The sure hands. It's Williams. There he goes. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Clemson. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through three quarters for these two guys. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth all tied up. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. The give is to Miller. Past the first down marker and still running. Running wide open down the gut of the field. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Alabama! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot, that he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Fielded in the end zone. It's Randall. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Scanning the field, it's Klubnik. Going for it all. Holds it in on the left. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Tiger. He got a step and just dusted the field. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being caught. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Here comes that Alabama offense. The inside handoff. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Bernard. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Wants to throw. It's Simpson. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He'll pull it down. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, as soon as he got outside the pocket, the defense smelt blood in the water. Everybody started pursuing. And how about the big hit on the QB outside the pocket? At that point, he's a runner. He's not getting protected anymore. Nice job. He felt that one.
Across the 45. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wants to go up top on first down. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. It's the 4th quarter. It's a tie ball game. You need a stop. What an unbelievable job. Forcing the interception, creating offensive opportunity for your offense to go out and win this ball game.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
42, Spider. 4-2.
From the gun, the running back has it. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Klubnik. Shoots it to the left. It's complete. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down.
Black 24.
Takes the handoff. It's Haynes. Turning it on. runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle, but they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Home crowd not going to love it. You got to throw the ball to win this game. They do not like the play call with not a lot of time left in the game.
Timeout on the field, and we've got a dandy all tied up late in the fourth. Kick the field goal from here. It's a 51-yarder. Get a few on third down, and life is much better. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on third. Snagged out of the air. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yep, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Here's the handoff. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. A shot toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and the clock strikes 0, and we are headed to overtime. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer. Like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays. Back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
Snagged in the middle. It's Bernard. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. We'll get it started here in overtime. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
How about getting that big play on the ground here in OT? Great job up front by the offensive line. This has been a long, hard-fought, physical game. These guys look like they could play for at least another couple of quarters.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. First and goal as they try to jump on top here in overtime. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Touchdown tie! They strike first here in overtime. Now to push the lead to 7 in overtime.
Well, this offense has been physical. They came out in this game with a lot of pride and an ability up front and a belief that they can block people and get it done. They are dominating this defense. 3 rushing touchdowns now in the game.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. To the air, it's Klubnik. Got it in the middle, it's Fenton. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. And thank goodness for those new age throwing techniques. It takes wear and tear off your arm because it ought to be tired by now, over 450.
This guy can throw from all the different arm slots and arm angles he wants, Reese, but the end result is always the same.
Touchdown, Clemson! They got it in the end zone. Now a decision to make for the point after.
complete passes this area of the field. Nice execution. Now you're down by 1, and now you got to make the decision. Are we going to go for it and try to end the game right here and put this game in our offense's hands? What do you think?
And that's why I love having the ball second, because I get the opportunity to do this. I knew they scored a touchdown. We scored a touchdown. Now, do I want to go for the win, or do I want to continue this game on? It's so nice to have the ball second.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. One extra period didn't get it done, and we start the second OT. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Brown. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Here we go.
Running the red zone. It's Haynes. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. This thing has been back and forth now, first and goal as they try to take the lead in overtime number 2. They'll run it on first and goal. Touchdown, Tiger! Got it in to take the lead here in the second OT.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Looking for a man. It's Klubnik. They got it. Executed beautifully, and the lead is 8 in double overtime. Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Here's the pressure. Got out of trouble and throws. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Out of the gun to give to the back. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Man, you play this whole game back and forth into overtime. Now you got a chance to set the tone, run the football in overtime, and be a little physical.
And if you can run the ball and not put it in jeopardy by throwing past it, touchdown, Bama! They got one score they needed. Now they need the deuce to send us to triple OT.
Man, what a great response by this offense, going down the field, scoring the touchdown. Now I got to go for 2. I know the new overtime rules. They changed this years ago. Jesse, you should work on this in practice. What's your go-to 2-point play right here?
I'll tell you, after running the ball as well as they did on that last touchdown, I could see them doing it again. I think they've got confidence in the big fellas up front to get it done, find a way into the end zone, and be more physical.
They cannot convert. A defensive stop will end it in a 2-point victory in overtime. A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great, the home crowd and how they were able to impact this game. No doubt about it, David, they played a big factor.
And they're still jacked up, and they're still excited. They play a big factor, and it affects everything. College football, road atmospheres, they're tough. Even when the team isn't ranked like they weren't today, these are the types of moments they can jump up and bite you.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.